bookish people, how we doing today? It's Heather with Belle's Library. I hope you guys are doing fabulous. And it is time to talk about my September TBR. And this month I'm so excited because my book club is doing this really fun wheel of TBR. So I have a Wheel of Fortune wheel that I will show you guys in just a moment. And it has a bunch of prompts. And so when I need a new book, I'm going to spin my little wheel, get a prompt, and read a book based on that. So I don't know 100% what I'm going to be reading this month. Depends on my prompts. But I do have a few books that I'm hoping I can kind of squeeze in there. Or if I'm not ready for a spin on my wheel or something, then I can fill in with these books. But let's just talk about, well, backtrack. So we are going to take a small trip to my computer so I can show you guys my wheel of TBR and a bunch of the prompts that I have involved there. And then I am going to talk to you guys about a few of the books that I want to get to. Okay guys, here's my wheel of TBR. I'm sorry if you can hear my AC going on. It is like 108 out right now. And it is way too hot to not have my little AC thing going. So excuse the noise. I'm going to try and make sure I'm talking loud enough for you guys to hear, and I hope it's not too annoying. But let's go ahead and check out our TBR wheel here. So when I'm ready to spin, I will just click to spin, and ta-da! And then it shows me a Weeby Bookin' member pick, I believe is what that one is. Didn't fully give me the whole entire prompt. But I got to pick like these colors, which is kind of fun. I thought they were kind of fall-ish, plus kind of me-ish. Yes. I love purple and pink, and I don't know, I just enjoyed it. So let's go through the prompts really quick, and then we'll get you back to all the books that I'm going to try to squeeze in to my TBR. So I have a new to you author, a thrifted book, a seasonal read for fall, obviously, a kid picks your book, audiobook, a short book, which is going to be less than 300 pages, or a long book, which is over 400 pages. Main character is a person of color. 5 words in a title. Cover love, basically meaning like a beautiful cover. A 5-star prediction. Reread a favorite book. A book in a series. Post a poll in the event. So in my book club, I can post a poll and see what people want me to read. A book that costs you $5 or less. A Weeby Bookin' monthly read picks. So we usually have 2 books every month that we have kind of a discussion going on for. I believe one of them is Mexican Gothic, and the other one is One to Watch for September. Could be wrong, but I think those are it. And then a Weeby Bookin' members favorite. So in our event, we have a spot where we can put some of our favorite books, and so we can go back and pick other members' favorite books from in that little thread. And that's my little wheel of TBR and all my prompts. And now you'll go back and hear me talk about all of the books that I plan on getting to. Okay, bye guys. And we are back to talk about some of the books that I want to get to this September. So September, obviously, we are starting into fall, and I kind of want some fall in my life. I think it's probably my favorite season. It might be summer, but right now it is 108 plus degrees outside, and summer is not my favorite at the moment. It is way too hot. We've been in scorching hot weather. Like the other day, we got up to like 112. It's just been so hot, guys. And with COVID and everything going on, you can't even like go anywhere to like swim and cool off, and anyways. So here we are going into fall. Wonderful, wonderful season. It's my birthday season. We have pumpkins and salted caramel things, and just I love it. Anyways, on that vein, I am thinking I would really like to see if I can read Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell. This is just a very fall read. It is about Josiah and Deja, I believe are their names, and they work at a pumpkin farm every year, and then on Halloween night they say goodbye, and then they don't see each other until the next year when the pumpkin farm opens all over again and they're back to working. But this year's kind of different because they are seniors in high school, and so they are not going to be coming back to each other the following year. And so I believe Deja convinces Josiah on Halloween that they need to just do it all, see all the sights that there is to see, taste all the food, and it's just about their day just going through and doing all of that. And yeah, just sounds like a great fall read. So I'm hoping to get to that one. I also, of course, would like to get to my Outcrate book for last month, August, before I get my September Outcrate, so that I can review that for you guys at the same time. So Star Daughter is our book for Outcrate for me to read this month. So this is about this girl whose mom is a star and her dad is a mortal, and she accidentally releases some of her star power and hurts her dad, and the only way to heal him is to find her mom, who is full star, to help her heal him. And on her quest along the way, she ends up having to enter into this competition as her family's like champion, so that she can win, and then that's how she's going to be able to heal him. Otherwise, she could be stuck and not able to return to Earth if she does not win. So, sounds like a fun, out of this world book I'm excited to get to. So I also have a few books that should be coming in or just came in on my Libby app that I need to get to, because obviously they're going to run out of time, and I requested them, so I am excited to get to them. One of them is Mexican Gothic, and this also happens to be one of the Weeby Bookin' monthly reads that everybody can read together and have a discussion at the end of the month on. So if I can get in on that discussion too, that'd be kind of fun. So Mexican Gothic, though, is a Gothic horror story, which I've never read one of those, so this will be kind of fun and different for me. It is set in, I think it's 1950s Mexico, and we have our main character basically gets a letter from, I think it was her niece, who just got married, saying urgently she needed to come and help her and save her from something we don't know. All mysterious. So that is kind of the basic beginning of this story, and I'm excited to see if I like a Gothic horror story or not. I also have He Started It by Samantha Downing that almost is available for me, and this one sounds very intriguing as well. We have 3 siblings and their respective partners all end up having to go on a cross-country road trip, and they haven't been together in a really long time because they all have their own secrets, and somebody in the 6 of them killed somebody, and there's just a lot of things going on that we're going to find out. But they have to go on this cross-country road trip because their grandfather died, and in order to get their inheritance, this is what he said they need to do. And somehow there's a body in the trunk, and somebody's following them in like a truck or something. I don't know, there's a lot of little bits and pieces that we're gonna have to learn. So I love it when I have a story where I'm getting like a lot of different like little things that are gonna, I don't know, I have to like build up all the clues and figure out what's going on. So I'm excited to see how this one goes. And then also from Libby, I have A Song of Wraiths and Ruin, and oh my gosh, I love this cover, it's so gorgeous. But this one is based in African folklore, and it just sounds like catastrophic. I think that's the word I'm wanting to go with here, but explosive, I don't know. So we are following one character, this guy, sorry I'm awful with names and I'm just going off what I can remember, but basically he's trying to get out of like a war-torn area where his home is, and he's trying to take his sister with him, but she ends up getting taken by some kind of being, and he says that he can earn her back if he kills the queen. I want to say like Kalani or something with a K. Karina maybe? And so that's kind of his task for this story. Then we have our queen, and her mom just died, and she's grieving, and she's also got a lot of stuff going on with her court and her kingdom and a whole bunch of stuff she's dealing with. So she decides she wants to do this spell that's going to resurrect her mom and bring her back, but she needs the beating heart of a king. So she decides to put on this competition to have all these men compete for her hand in marriage. And so then she can have a king and his beating heart. And obviously our other main character is going to enter this competition, and so they're both like trying to get married, but at the same time both trying to kill each other. Like I said, explosive, catastrophic. It's gonna be good. So the next bunch of books I'm going to be talking about are a bunch of arcs that I got through NetGalley. Some of them have come out, although I think most of them are coming out in October. So I try to stay ahead, but I have been getting behind. And this month I didn't have like a ton of books that I was like, I really need to read these. So I'm going to try to just read a lot of my arcs and catch those up. And so we're going to talk about those. So I was really excited when I saw that I got approved for this one, but I got Spoiler Alert by Olivia Dade, and this one sounds really good and really cute. So we have our main male character. He is a big-time TV show main character, like Aenis or something. It's something like weird like that. So very famous, but he also has an online presence that he is anonymous with, and he basically uses it for the opposite when he wants to like complain about his character's story or something. And so he's kind of in that fan fiction world, and he especially complains about when he has scenes with his lover, partner, person, Lavidia, I believe it was. And then we have another girl who's very into this TV show, huge into fan fiction, and especially Lavidia, but she likes to keep it a secret from everybody in her real life. And one day she decides to not do that, and she posts some of her fan fiction, I believe it was on Twitter, and it goes viral like crazy. And she made the main girl, Lavidia, plus sized, and everybody is just going crazy over it. So they end up doing like a stunt or whatever, and our main guy, the main actor, takes this girl who did this fan art out on a like first date kind of thing, and it apparently went disastrously, but they both kind of want to still get to know each other more even at the end of it and go on more dates. And so it's kind of their story, and I just loved that we had a plus size character. I thought that was great too. It's nice to be seeing more representation for characters of every size, because we are not all skinny little twigs. And so yeah, it was just, I'm excited for this one. It's gonna be cute. So next we will talk about You and Me by Nicola Rayner, and this one is kind of a psychological thriller. So I wrote a little blurb. This one honestly did not give me a lot to go off of on NetGalley, but the little bit it did give me, it sounded interesting. So I'm gonna read you this a little bit. But you were always inside with your wife, and I sat in your garden in the shadows. I thought you'd never know how I felt about you until one night I witnessed a terrible crime. So we've got some like stalker person watching this house, and some kind of crime goes down, and I don't know. Sounds interesting. It was said like if you liked the Netflix show You, and then I think Watching You, I can't remember the author of that one, but the book. Similar vibes, which I haven't seen or watched any of those, but I have them on my future to watch and to be read. I don't know. So this one sounds interesting. We'll see how I like it. As long as we don't end up with a weird narrator like the girl in the train, we'll be okay. So I also got Ink and Sigil by Kevin Hearn. And I did not realize that this book actually is kind of a spin-off of his main series, and I haven't read it, so I'm hoping that I can still read this as a standalone. But we're following Al, and he has a special ability to basically can write with a certain pen or something. Anyways, creates these spells, an enchanted pen, and it creates these spells that will help protect and ward off beings of the Fae. And he also has a curse, though. Basically, anybody that hears his voice instantly hates him. So he has to use like speech apps and written forms of word to communicate with people. And also, all of his apprentices seem to keep ending up dead in some weird, peculiar way. So we're kind of following him as he's trying to figure out why he has this curse and what to do about it, as well as why his apprentices keep on dying. So yeah, it sounds kind of interesting. I'm curious to see how that one kind of goes. So I also have The Hollow Places by T. Kingfisher. And this one is kind of a thriller horror-ish kind of book. And we are following this girl who is in her uncle's house, and she finds this like mysterious bunker in this hole in his wall. And in this bunker, I can't remember, "Pray they are hungry," I think was what was written on the wall. And she can't get these words out of her mind, and she starts like exploring, and she's finding like different doors to other realities and such. But there are creatures there that are not good. They're malevolent kind of creatures, and the more you fear them, the stronger they become. And that's about all I know about this one. So some fun creepiness as we're leading into like October and Halloween time, and so I'm excited for all of that. Okay, so we're only going to talk about two more. We have The Midnight Bargain by C.J. Polk. By C.L. Polk. And this one is witchy, and I love my witchy stories, so I'm excited about this one. And this one will be out in October, and so it's just in time for Halloween and all the witchy fun. And we are following this girl, and she wants to be a sorceress, but women are not meant to be sorceresses. They are supposed to get married, and when they get married, all of their power is gone from them in some way. I don't know how exactly that happens, but their power is then gone, and for some reason this needs to happen in order to protect their unborn children. I don't know what from, but from something. But she doesn't want to do that. She wants to be a sorceress. So she ends up finding this grimoire, and she's going to buy it, but then her nemesis ends up swiping it and buying it right from under her nose. And also, the bargaining season's coming up, and this is when they all, get paid basically to have her married off. And her family really needs to have some money coming in because they're in some severe debt. So we have that kind of going on. And so she ends up conjuring somebody to help her, and they want her first kiss in exchange, like as payment. But it's with her nemesis's like brother, who is handsome and charming and all that good stuff. So she ends up, kind of in a dilemma. Does she want to keep her magic, or kind of go more of the route of saving her family and possibly even loving the person that she ends up marrying? But then she can't have any of her powers, or, she can't follow her dreams. So, yeah, I don't know. It sounds pretty interesting, and I'm down for witchy stories always. And the last one, I was so excited when I got this one approved too. Oh my gosh. I was like, what? Did this happen? Oh my gosh. Ah. So I can't wait to read this one, but I did want to wait a little bit because it is more of a holiday-based book, and so I just wanted to give it a little time. But I got In a Holidays by Christina Lauren, and I love In Other Words by her, and I wanted to read more by them. They're an author duo, so I shouldn't say her, but them. And yeah, so I'm really excited about this one. This one's kind of Groundhog's Day. Basically, we have our main character. She is leaving after Christmas and in her car,
basically made a whole mess, and that's like her favorite place is during the holidays. She goes to this cabin in Utah and with 2 other families, and they just, it's like the holidays, you just get that reminiscent feeling, and those places just become your favorite places. And she ruined it, and she thinks that was going to be her last Christmas there, and she's devastated. And so she just throws her hands up and she's like, please just help me out. And all of a sudden she gets in an accident, and then she wakes up on a plane. And she's on a plane back to Utah, and we are starting the whole holiday over. And so she's got to figure out how to kind of get out of this little loop of time and figure out how to make things right, and probably fall in love along the way, I'm gonna guess. So yes, very excited to have that one as well. So those are just some of the books that I'm hoping I can squeeze into my TBR for September, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I can't wait for my Wheel of TBR. So stay along for the journey, and I'll talk to you soon.